Hi, my name is Jake Ritzdorf, and this is my second assignment for curriculum planning, and it deals with social and technological foundations of the classroom, of curriculum, basically dealing with technology in the classroom. And technology in the classroom is expanding faster than a lot of people ever imagined. It's everywhere. For instance, today my class did a video Skype with another classroom. Talking about the same subject material that we're talking about, and they kind of quizzed each other back and forth. It was pretty fun. Then they blogged about it, and they were able to take and send pictures during the event to their parents and to their friends. So just right there, one activity that's using three different types of technology. It's everywhere, and it's not going anywhere. I work in a school district, Northwest Public Schools out of Grand Island, and we try to be as up to date as possible as we can on technology. And we are one-to-one with Chromebooks. We have iPad carts in the classrooms, and most teachers have Apple TVs. And also, every student and teacher receives a Gmail account, starting with sixth grade, so that they are learning how to process, how to send emails, and it's very hands-on. In our technology curriculum, we teach Google Docs, how to use them, how to take tests on them, how to use it for your benefit, because that is our main Gmail and Google Docs. Those are what we use and what a lot of teachers use from sixth grade on through the high school for assessing their classes. And so the middle school, it's kind of getting used to it and using it. And then the high school, it's built into a lot of teachers' curriculum. You need to know how to use it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about kind of the pros and cons of technology in our area, and then what I found in my research for our paper. Talk a little bit about that. What advice I'd give to people, and how do I use it personally. And to start with the pros. One pro is it's the availability. It's everywhere. iPhones, iPads, laptops. So students are always able to get a hold of instructors, ask questions using email, things like that. Online access, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. The second thing is the speed and the depth of lessons in a particular classroom. If students are understanding something, you can quickly get through your material a little bit faster, especially if it's set up for individual students. Some programs are able to judge how the student is doing and speed them on a little bit faster. If they're not going as fast as they could, the program is able to then go a little bit deeper in depth and make sure they're getting what they need to get out of the program. It pertains to the individual student, which is tough for a teacher to do of 20 to 25 students. You can't give that individual time like a program that's set up to do that can do. Another positive I see is kids are excited about it. They love technology. They do it all the time. And if a teacher is incorporating that technology, you could, I'm not saying I do this, you could take the same worksheet on a piece of paper, hand it out, and the kids moan and groan about it. But if you take that same worksheet, type it up onto a Google Doc, Google form, pass it out that way, just because they're getting online, emailing, typing in their pass, they get fired up about it, and they're more apt to do it in a better manner from what I've seen. So that is another positive. A negative I'm gonna touch on. I would use caution, and I had this argument today actually with another teacher who does not like technology. From the aspect he used the argument of let's say Pac-Man. It's not, but let's say it's a tool for educational use. The student will learn the tunnels, the student will learn the Pac-Man's abilities, and the student will learn the ghost abilities, and that is the extent of what they will learn. the program does not allow for them to learn anything else. It doesn't go anywhere else. That is all that the student can learn. And I do see that side of it. It kind of puts a cap on our learning abilities. Um, Students get what I like to call tunnel vision. We're doing this program, we're doing this program. They never stop to say, what if this were to happen? And it kind of limits our thinking abilities. And we're not able to ask who, what, where, when, why as often. Um, those ideas in our brain aren't firing as quickly as if we were doing it without the use of the program. And so also in a class of 20 or 25, when they're not getting that individual instruction like the program can give them, they have to do it themselves. And so they're asking those questions themselves and working with partners, working with groups, asking those questions. Hopefully the program is asking, but if it's not, they don't get that. So we're capping our learning by using technology. And the research from the 3 sources I found, basically, whatever research you want to find, you can find it. If you're looking for positive research to support, hey, we need to use technology, you're going to find it. If you're looking for negative research to say, hey, this is capping our learning, we're not going to be able to reach our goals, you'll find it. For every positive, I found a negative. For every negative, I found a positive. So the research I found, basically, you could throw it out the window. Anything that built it up broke it down. I've read something about Minecraft and how great Minecraft is. Minecraft is the next thing. It does all these things. And then I turn around, I found an article shunning Minecraft and saying a kid building with blocks for an hour is better off than a kid playing Minecraft for an hour because they're using their hands, they're doing all sorts of things. So Minecraft versus Legos, I found positives for both. The other thing I looked at was handwriting skills. It does all these things to build, connect our hands with our brain, and all of our brains, it's firing all these different ideas. We're thinking as we're handwriting, and then I turn around and there's something for keyboarding. And why keyboarding, it's doing the same thing as handwriting, so the pros and cons of that. Another one I found was on these programs, okay, and all the positives, individualized learning, the speed of the learning. You can go quicker, you can go slower. It's easier for the teacher. Turn around and there is a article saying that a debate triggers better and multiple ideas that a program cannot do, and so it basically shunned anything the research said. So when it comes to research, I would say throw it out the window, because for whatever you want to find, the answer's there. People, depending on what test you run, who you talk to, if you want pros, you're going to find pros. You want cons, you're going to find cons. So my advice, and this is getting to the advice, when it comes to research, you got to do what fits you. As a teacher, as an administrator, and as an administrator, you got to understand not every teacher can or wants to function with technology, but you, as a teacher, you have to do what fits you. Technology is not an end-all. You have to be comfortable with it, and if you're not comfortable with it, I would suggest don't use it. Okay. However, if you do use it, I feel like kids, if you use it in a positive manner, the outcomes are going to be more positive. If you don't use it, I would suggest that you try one thing by the end of the year. Try something, whatever it may be. Email in an assignment or find something, an interactive something online. Just try something, anything. And because it's not going to go away. Technology is not going to go away. And pretty soon it's not even going to be technology anymore. It's going to be second nature. It's kind of like, I remember my dad, he's been a teacher for 35 years now. When email came out, it was the hottest thing. And some teachers argued, well, I'm not going to do that and it was over lunch slips, sending lunch slips down to the office. I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. It's why don't we just send it down like we've always done? It's always worked this way. Well, that debate has been old and dried out for 25 years. It's not even email is not even considered technology anymore. It's in the here. It's been in the here now. It's in the past, and now email is kind of fallen away, and it's on the backside of what we're doing. So if you're a young teacher especially, technology is not going anywhere. Try something, because pretty soon we're going to start building on what we have now. So, like I said, you have to do what fits you, but if you can use it towards a positive side of your classroom, I would say use it, because it's not going anywhere. Finally, how do I use it? And I do use it. I am a social studies teacher, so the main way I use it is for review. We'll have a debate, we'll have a topic, we'll have a lecture, we'll have in-class group work, and then kind of as an assessment or review piece, I try to use technology as much as possible. I'll have them use an iPad, videotape them in a commercial. I'll have them videotape a speech or a debate. I'll use different apps to do that sort of thing. For instance, right now we are doing the Bill of Rights in my 7th grade class, and a great review tool is iCivics, where they get online, and it is a game, and they are a lawyer, and different people come to them with different problems they're having and say, hey, this guy said I couldn't do this, do I have a right? And if you look at the amendments, they say, well, based on the 6th Amendment, that guy broke your right, so I'll take you to court. Or sometimes it's pretty crazy ideas, and they say, no, you definitely don't. That's not protected in your amendments. You do not have a right. And so it's a fun way to reinforce what the students learned. If I drill them, memorize, they're going to fight it. And so this is a fun way to say, hey, we learn these. You don't necessarily have to memorize them, but it's a real life kind of a view of it. So they like it. I like teaching it. I play it with them sometimes. So was it an end all? Did I say, hey, this is the iCivics game, play it, you'll learn the 10 amendments or 10 amendments in the Bill of Rights? No, absolutely not. We talked about each one. We talked about real life situations, why they're put in, what our framers were thinking when they put them in, and then we played the game. So I use it as a review piece, and that is what I do a lot of the time. I have talked for a lot longer than I thought I was going to talk on this, but this is something that's in the here and now, and it's always interesting. Like I said, I debated it today. I was on the pro side, but I definitely saw the side of the negatives. So it's always interesting to talk with colleagues and other teachers about how they use technology, if they use technology. And like I said, whether you like it or not, it's probably not going to go anywhere. It's in the here and now. So thank you for listening to what I had to say on technology in the classroom, and I look forward to working with you guys for the rest of the semester. Thank you.